Right, so in this video, I'm going to attempt to help to guide you through the process of your Year 11 visual coursework. So what you'll find is that recently I've put every single assignment up here. There's also a lot of stuff on Canvas here to help you. So there's your detailed OCR brief here, okay, which tells you exactly what you need to produce. There is a list here of all the different teen fiction novels that you should be basing your opening sequence on, and there is also some guidance here as to how to do the pre-production assignments that are due in. Okay, and that is here. So this includes all of the stuff about let's just click off that. This just includes all of the stuff that you need to do in terms of your mark schemelet. That's how you're assessed. You will need to create a storyboard, and there's some guidance on how to do that. Okay, you need to sketch out the storyboards. You also need to do a line script. That's a script that so you have a actual screenplay formatted script, and the format needs to be in that format. You then need to line your script to show what camera shots are on. Okay, and then you should be aiming to create a storyboard with photos. Okay, so if you've got an original storyboard you've drawn, you can actually replace them with photos. Okay, so that's Canvas. The other things here are, there's a detailed brief here, okay, and your detailed brief is the one that you got from OCR. The bit that you'll probably recognise from this, okay, is the actual assignment itself, where it says that you have to make an opening sequence for a film. These are all the things that you summarised before you did your exam. So in other words, there's specific things here. What you have to create is something between 60 and 120 seconds in length. That can include 2 or more of these elements. So as long as you've got 2 things in here, so titles, for example, studio logos, okay, and once you put your photos into Premiere, they can come out as a video. You should also be thinking about what kind of sound you want in your opening sequence, okay, and that should all be in your pre-planning documents anyway. So the assignments that are due are in here, okay, so on top of your actual planning document that you already should have, which is, just to remind you, is the one that you started doing in September, okay, and it's the if you go on the home page, there's an example of what that should look like here as well. So that's this booklet. You'll all remember doing this booklet. That obviously, once you've completed that, that demonstrates your understanding of the client's brief and shows how you will be preparing to make these things. Your mark scheme is here, okay? Now, we've been through that in all your lessons before September, so if you haven't quite figured it, and there's guidance in here as well to show you what that should look like. So if you haven't yet completed that, which you should have done, or if you want to improve on that, you can go back to that. You can leave that on your Office 365 drive, okay, so there's no need to move it into any of these assignments. However, the assignments that are on Canvas involve the production of the opening sequence. Before you do that, you will need to have all of these documents completed. So the opening sequence analysis is something that we started before half term, okay? And if you click in all of these assignments, it shows you a brief example of what that should look like. So most of you should have got screenshots of an existing opening sequence in the same genre as the teen fiction novel that you've chosen, okay? And I've just noticed a spelling mistake there, so I'll just edit that so it doesn't say 10 fiction, it says teen fiction, okay? And you'll see that, you know, I mean, for example, if you're doing Orbiting Jupiter, you should be analysing a drama, okay? Now, this is a drama, so you can see this student here has written the Skyfall opening title sequence contains many different camera shots. You should be looking at the visual code, so the camera shots, the camera length, the mise-en-scene in terms of the lighting, in terms of the set, okay? And there is an analysis sheet that will help you with that, okay? I'm also going to place a video in here that helps you analyse that. So there's the opening sequence analysis that needs to be submitted. A lot of people have submitted that already, so well done those people. You will need to produce a screenplay or script, and once you've got that uploaded, I can then print it out for you. There's a template here, and it's very important that you use this template because there is a industry standard way that screenplays need to be presented in. If you were going to write a screenplay and submit it to a media company, it would need to be in this format, even if you were submitting one for an interview to a college. Okay, if it's not in this format, any college at this stage would want to know why you didn't learn how to actually format properly. So the font and everything else in here is very important. Over this side of the script you have your slug line, and that's reserved for any scene descriptions, okay, any technical information. Technical information is generally in capitals in the slug line. The characters' names all need to be in capitals, okay, and obviously any bit of dialogue is written in the normal case, okay. You could include parenthetical information in brackets, so for example, looks forlorn or looks sad or looks towards character 4, whatever it might be, okay? That's just information giving the character an idea as to what they're doing. So make sure that your script is written in that format, okay? And it's very important the title page has the title, has the author. Right here for the address, you can obviously put the address of global, okay? So make sure you do that in terms of in that template. Right, so moving on to our other assignments, you also need to have a shot list. The shot list is basically all of the written information on your storyboard. So your storyboard should have, if we just look at an example of a photo storyboard, there's one on here, you'll see that shot 1 is a wide shot, okay, and it shows what it is. So your shot list just needs to be the information that's on your storyboard, but in a list. And again, in the assignment, there is information about how to create it. So there is an example of a detailed shot list, and it could be in any format you like, but I have put a template up here that you can use. And the good thing about this template is it can be filled in. So for example, you would do shot number 1, okay, shot size or angle. Well, often the first shot of an opening sequence will be a long shot, okay, and the movement might be craning, which means it's going up from the ground and showing you the whole site, okay, and slow crane out showing housing estate. So for example, that might then establish that you know, all the stuff that's going to be happening in this film takes place around characters that live in a housing estate, okay. You know, fill in the production title, it's your opening sequence, so it could be orbiting Jupiter, you know, whatever it might be. Sheet number, well, this is sheet number 1, okay, you know how to put the date there. Presumably you're the director, so that'll be you, unless you want another director. You could put Quentin Tarantino in there if you like, but you will have to pay his incredibly high, you know, fees. And obviously scene will be scene 1, as this is the opening, okay. So, yeah. Fill that in. As soon as you've got that filled in, you can then save it. You can also download it. You can use that template as much as you like. So that is the shot list. Essentially, you should have that information already in your sketched out storyboard that is also inside your booklet. So really, when you get to this page and this page, you should have a storyboard plan of what is happening in your opening sequence. So that will need to go in there. Okay. In terms of a line script, that is a printed version of your script that then has lines on showing the cameras, the camera movement and the camera shots that you want to take. So for example, in this scene here, you've got 3 shots that could be taking place: a close-up of Sandra, a close-up of Will, and then an establishing shot. Now, because everybody is in the establishing shot, the line is straight. All of the camera work that's the close-up of Will only happens when Will's on, so he's got a straight line there. And then the camera work for this close-up of Sandra comes in when Sandra's dialogue's on, okay? So obviously she's got a straight line through there and a wiggly line through there. If you're not sure, there is a beautiful video on what to do to line a script. It's a professional working document. Again, all of these things are set to show you how to do things professionally. And,
this is a short video.
You've now got a tutorial video within a tutorial video, but yes, this explains how to line a script. Essentially, you'll have to print out your script and then line it. But submit your script first so I can give you feedback on it to make sure that you've got it in the right format before you line it. Some of the students will already be lining that. Okay, so if you go to the home page, all of the information is here to help you with the overall assignment. That's everything you need to know. And then the individual assignments that need to be submitted in the next 4 weeks are all here, okay, including your final photo storyboard. and that should have been photos that you took during the half term, okay, showing your opening sequence. Okay. If you want to take those photos in the lesson, you will need to come to me with a detailed plan as to what you're filming, so I know what your intention is. But otherwise, guys, just log on, get all these things submitted. If, for example, you've got your opening sequence analysis already done on Office 365, that's absolutely fine. You can submit it using that. If I just go into the student view, a minute, you'll see that under the assignments there, right, you've got, let's say your opening sequence analysis is on your OneDrive, right? You click on submit assignment and then you click on Office 365. Through this portal, you can then log in to that Office 365, and in this box you'll see the folders that exist in your kind of OneDrive. Okay, so that's all the things that need to be submitted. I don't need to say any more really, other than get on with it, submit them, and I will look forward to marking